Hello everyone, I am Shikha Sharma and I am a DevOps engineer working at Technical Cloud Knowledge. And I greet you from my side as well as from Technical Cloud Knowledge, and I hope you all are doing great in your lives. So let's begin the lecture first. This one is the lecture number 14 and this one is the part 2 of Power Off and Reboot command. If you do remember that on my previous lecture, which is lecture number 13, I have covered the power off and reboot command in theoretical way. But today I'm going to cover these commands in practical way. So for that, you need to watch the video until the way to the end in order to avoid missing any necessary point considering the power off and reboot command. Now it's time to start the lecture first. Okay. As you all know, to run these commands, we need to open the terminal first. And we all know, when we open the terminal, for how we can access the terminal, first we will go to the VMware workstation and we will open that. And here we will open our machine, power on our machine, and then we will go to the activities. Then after we will use the terminal, we will open the terminal. But today I'm going to tell you some other way too, that how we can open the terminal, exit the terminal, how we can maximize it, minimize it, the screen of the terminal, how we can get new window or how we can get new tab in that same terminal. So all these I'm also going to cover today only. So for that you watch the video. So first let's open the VMware workstation. Okay, power on the machine. So open the terminal with the root user only. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to say you that you don't need to open with a normal user. You just need to open with a root user. There is a reason behind it. I'm going to tell you in this video only. Okay. So okay, let's open the terminal. So how we open the terminal previously, we go to the activities and here we'll open the terminal. Okay, here we will open the terminal, that's how. But today, first exit this terminal, but today we will do it in another way. So for that, you need to press alternate along with F2. When you do so, you will get an interface like that, in which you need to enter a command. So for that, you need to write a command genome hyphen terminal. When you do so, you will able to get a terminal. So that's why you will log in the terminal. If you want to exit it, you need to press alternate along with F4. So that's how you will exit the terminal. So these are the main functions to open the terminal or exit the terminal. Now, if you want to maximize the screen of the terminal, so for that, what you will do? So if you want to maximize the screen of the terminal, you need to press alternate along with F10. So that's how you will able to maximize the screen of the terminal. Now if you want to minimize the screen of the terminal, you need to press alternate along with F5. So that's how it will minimize it. Now if I want to maximize the screen as well as the character which is written on the terminal, so for that I'm going to run the command. I'm going to run the option control along with shift and then plus symbol. So that's how you will able to maximize the screen as well as the character. If you want to minimize it, you need to press control along with minus symbol. Okay, so that's how you will minimize it. Now most of the people wants new window along with the first window, like if you want that same window in that interface on. So for that you need to use option control along with shift and then N. N refers to new window, and if you want to open new terminal on the same terminal, you need to press control along with shift and then T. Basically T refers to new tab. So that's how you will do so. Let's exit it and this one too. Okay, so Let's come to the interface. Okay. So as you all get to know that these are the things which we have right now used. These are the main functions of the terminal which we can use by without running the command or without executing any command. So first one, which is referring to alternate along with F2. For that we will use or we will log in the terminal, and after that we need to enter a command which is gnome-terminal. And if you want to exit the terminal, you will use the option alternate along with F4. If you want to maximize the screen of the terminal, you will use alternate plus F10. If you want to minimize the screen, alternate F5. If you want to maximize the screen as well as the characters, you will use control plus shift and then plus symbol. And then to minimize it, control plus shift and minus symbol. And if you want to open new tab, then you will press control along with shift and then T. And if you want to open new window, then you will use control along with shift and then N. So that's how these are the function of the terminal which we will use without running any command. So first we will go with the shutdown command only. Okay, then we will move further with the further commands one by one. So first let's understand the shutdown command. Let me give you a sneak peek of shutdown command first. Okay, so what does the shutdown command do? Basically in Linux, it is known as the safest command. We can use shutdown command instead of using power off and reboot because it is a kind of alternate of these two commands. When we use shutdown command by using the options of reboot and power off, it will do both of the work, like it will power off either reboot by only using the shutdown command. And also you can even schedule a shutdown by using this command. Suppose if you want to shut down your system at the specific time, you can use the shutdown command only. So now come to the terminal. Here we will going to execute this command. If you want to know more about this command, you need to watch my previous lecture. So here we will going to execute the shutdown command. First, let's check our print working directory, which is root directory. Here we will going to execute shutdown command. So what it is showing that your shutdown is scheduled. Okay, sorry. Your shutdown is scheduled and it will automatically, after 1 minute, your system will automatically shut down. So I don't want that it will be automatically shut down after 1 minute. If you want, you can run this. But if you don't want, you need to cancel it. To cancel this shutdown, we need to press shutdown along with -C. When we use -C option along with the shutdown command, it will cancel the running schedule. Okay, so that's how we will do so. Now, if you want to shut down now, so how we can do so? So for that, you need to run the command. I'm not going to shut down right now, so I'm using hashtag. Basically, hashtag is used along with these commands so that we can just perform the activities, like we can just perform the commands, but it will not do it work. So shut down along with now. So if I do without hashtag, it will right away, it will shut down the system. But right now I don't want to shut down, so that's why I'm using hashtag, which will only just run the command without doing its actual work. So if we want to shut down if we want to reboot our system by using the shutdown command, we will use the option shutdown along with -R. Basically -R is referring to reboot. So as you can see, it will reboot your your system after 1 minute. Okay, so that's how it happens. That's how it will work its work by using the R, which is reboot command. It will reboot the system. Now if I also don't want that shutdown -C, I'm canceling the schedule shutdown. Okay, that's how you will cancel it. Now if you want to shut down or reboot right away by using the shutdown command, you just need to press shutdown -R and now. But I don't want to do it, so I'm going to use hashtag along with this command. Okay, it will just run the command. So that's how you will right away reboot your system. Now if you want to shut down at the specific time or after 5 minutes, so for that you will use +5, which is referring to I want my system will be reboot after 5 minutes. So it will it will reboot after 5 minutes. As you can see right now the time is 47, and it after 5 minutes it will reboot it. Basically it when I have run this command that time was 46. So right now that's why it's showing 51. Okay. So if you want to shut down, first let's cancel it, rather than it will shut down the system. Okay. So if you want to reboot your system after 10 minutes, so for that you just need to write +10. Okay, after 10 minutes, as you can see 47, then 10 minutes after 57. So if you want to do it after 15 minutes or 20 minutes, then you can also run the same, just the same syntax should be, and just the number is changed. So you need to write shutdown -r along with +20 if I want to reboot after 20 minutes. Okay, so that's how we will run the shutdown command by using the reboot command. If you want to reboot by using shutdown command, you can run that's how. If you want to shut down your system at the specific time, suppose if I want to shut down my system, first let's cancel it. If I want to shut down my system at 2 p.m., then how will I do that? -r along with 2. Okay. So that's how it will shut down at 2 p.m. So let's also cancel it. So these are the basic usage of shutdown command by rebooting the system. If you want to power off by using shutdown command, so for that you need to use shutdown along with -p option. Okay, so it will power off. Just cancel it. You can also power off now as well by using the option shutdown along with -p and now. But I'm going to write hashtag as well, so that I don't want to power off right now. Okay, it will just going to execute the command, but it will not do it work by using hashtag. Now if I want to use halt command along with shutdown, like I want my system's like a CPU function will stop, the function of CPU will stop, and just by using the shutdown command. So for that you need to run shutdown along with -h. H should be in capital. Basically -h will request your system to be halted, which means it will stop the CPU functions. Okay, so that's how you will do it. After 1 minute it will stop the CPU functions. Let's cancel it as well. And what happens when you run this? What happens when you run this? Basically -h in small, it refers to power off either reboot. It will request your system to power off either reboot your system. Okay, so that's why we use -h in small. Let's cancel it as well. So I think you are able to understand the shutdown command very well, and I think I have already told you regarding the -c. Why are we using shutdown along with -c? -c is used to cancel our running shutdown. So that's how we will use the shutdown command. Okay. So now we have the next command, which is power off command. So what is the work of power off command? Basically, the power off command used to power off the components of your motherboard. Okay, so that's how we use the power off command. It will send an ACPI signal to your system that it's time to power down. So the basic usage of power off command is that. Now let's execute this command as well. So for that you need to run power off, but I don't want to power off right now, so I'm going to use hashtag power off. Okay, that's how you will execute the command. When you do so without hashtag, it will power off your system. Now if you want to run power off along with -r, what will happen? It will reboot your system. Okay, and when you do this, it will halt. It will stop the function of CPU. So that's how you will use power of command. And if you want to, and now if we want to move with the other command, which is reboot command. So what is the use of reboot command? Basically, the reboot command is used to instruct the software or the hardware that it's time to reboot. It's time to boot your operating system again. So that's how we will use the reboot command. If I want to execute it, we will use hashtag, because I don't want to reboot right now. Reboot. Okay. Reboot, if you want to power off by using reboot command, just -p. Okay. If you want to stop functions of CPU, you need to use reboot -halt. Okay. So I think you are clear with power off as well as the reboot command too. So systemctl reboot has also has also the exact work like the reboot command. It will also reboot your system. It will, and the systemctl power off also done the exact work, which is the power off command too. Basically, the systemctl power off and the reboot, these are the main commands, and the other tools like power off and the reboot are the alias of these commands. So they all are have the exact work somewhere. Okay. So if we would run these two commands like systemctl power off, they will also gonna power off the system. Okay. And if we would run systemctl reboot, it will gonna reboot your system, operating system. Now we have our next command, which is halt command. Basically, the halt command is used to instruct the software or the hardware that it's time to stop all the functions of CPU. So that's how we use halt command. So if we want to execute it, we will gonna use halt. Okay. And if we want to power off, halt -p. If we want to reboot, halt -reboot. Okay. So that's how you will power off or reboot by using the halt command. Now we do have our next command, which is init command. The basic usage of init command is that you use this command to instruct your software or to instruct your server or the hardware that it will pass out the signal to your kernel that it's time to power off or reboot. If you want to power off, you will pass out the signal to the kernel by using the init command. So this is the basic usage of init command. It will pass out the signal to the kernel. Okay, whatever be your signal, if you want to power off or either reboot. Okay. Now let's open the terminal and run this too. If you want to pass out the signal to power off, you need to run init along with -0. Okay. It will power off. And if you do init 6, it will basically init 0 is used for power off and init 6 will use for reboot your operating system. So that's how you will run these commands. Now our next command, which is systemctl suspend. Basically, the suspend command is used to, it will capture the state of your system right away. Whatever be the state of your system, it will capture the state and it will save into the RAM component. That's why we use suspend command. And if I talk about the hibernate, it is a kind of advance of suspend. Okay. So that's how we use hibernate. It will also capture the state of your system, which is right now working, like whatever be your system state right now, it will capture that state and it will store the data on its hard drive or hard disk. So even after you open your terminal, you open your system, or even after you shut down your system, you will get the same interface. You will get the previous condition. Okay, whatever be your system state before, you will get that state. So that's how we use suspend as well as the hibernate command. So for that, we just need to run this command. Simply run systemctl suspend and systemctl hibernate. They will do their work. So that's how you will able to save your data by using these commands. Now, so I think you are clear with these commands, how we can use these commands and how we will run these commands on the terminal, execute these commands. So basically, now I have a question, and this question has been asked by in many interviews. Like the question is that how like where does the log files in shutdown command is being stored. So basically what happens, the log files, these files are a set of records, like they will save the system state or like system events, whatever the state of the system, they will save these information. And the log files is come under the where directory, which is come under forward slash. Basically under forward slash there is a directory called where, var, and under this directory there is a file called log. Okay, and under these files there is also a file called wtmp. These are the like specific, they all do their works. So these are the like file name. So when you run under forward slash where log wtmp, basically this command, when we run this command, it will use it, it will do it work. This command will save the information of whenever the user will log in the terminal or log out the terminal or run any command, it will capture the system state as well. Okay, when you run power of, when have you done the power of command or reboot your system, it will also save all these things under this file only. Okay, so that's how the log files in shutdown command is being stored under these files. Okay, so when you do so, when you run this command, you will able to get the content of the file, like where does the log files has been saved under shutdown command. So there is a shortcut of this file as well. So the shortcut is that you need to run last if you want to check shutdown. Okay, so you will run this. If you want to check reboot, when you have done the reboot, you will do this. And if you want to check power off, instead of reboot, you will write power off. So let's run this as well to check the log files, where does this log files has been saved. So for that, first we need to come under this file, which is where log wtmp. So as you can see, this is the content under the file. Okay, so these are the content under the file. As you can see, at that time you have reboot. Okay, at that time you have again reboot. So it will give you the output. Okay, so that's how you will run this command. So but if I want to use the shortcut method, for that I will just execute the command last. When you do so, you will able to get the content, you will able to get the output in short way. When you have reboot your system, when you have reboot or reboot. Okay, when you do so shutdown, if you want to check, just execute last -x shutdown. It will tell you when you have shut down your system. So these are the output 2 times. Okay, and if you want to check when you have reboot, you need to use last -x shutdown reboot. Okay, here you will get the output. And if you want to check power off, just execute this. Okay, so that's how you will able to get the output, like whatever be the where does the log files is saved in shutdown command. So that's how you will able to get this. Now what happens, basically the root user, why I have saying, like why I have told you before starting the lecture, I have told you that you need to open the terminal with the root user only. Why does I have told you this? Basically what happens, all these rights to run these commands, all the rights have only applicable to root user only. So when you do so with the normal user account, you will not able to run these commands at all. So that's why it is because the rights is only applicable to root user, that's why you are not able to applicable it with normal user. So some of the things which only you're applicable to root user, you can only do it by root user account. So that's why I have told you that you need to open the terminal with root account. Okay, sometimes what happens, basically I think you all are clear with that much as well. Basically, in an interview, this question is also asked by many interviewers that how we can disable all these commands. So if you want to disable these commands, you need to first check the path or the location where does these commands have been have been stored. So for that, you need to open the terminal and you need to check the path of these commands. So for that, we will use which power off to check the path of them. Which power off. Here you will able to get where does it located user under bin, USR under bin directory. Okay, let's check shutdown under sbin directory, which reboot under sbin, which halt under sbin, which init under sbin. So if I want to disable all these commands, so what kind of command would I run for that? So for that, you need to disable the permission. You don't need to run any command, you just need to disable the permission. So for that, you need to run basically the permission command I'm going to tell you in further lecture. Right now, you just need to understand that much, that how you will disable these commands. So you will run the permission, you will use the permission chmod 000 along with the path of these directories. Okay, where does this located? At bin directory under sbin. Shutdown USR sbin reboot USR sbin halt USR sbin init USR sbin power off. So when you do so, you will able to deny the permission. When you do so, you will not able to run these commands as well. So if you want to run the shutdown command, you will not able to do so. What it's saying? Permission is denied. So if you want to again enable the permission, you want to enable the commands, like if you want to run this command, you need to enable the permission chmod 777 along with the same, the directory name. Okay, the path, where does this commands has been located. You need to define the path. Okay. So when you do so, again run the command, it will work. Okay, so that's how we will enable or disable the permission. So this is it for today. We will meet again with another lecture on Linux. Till then, keep learning and keep supporting technical cloud knowledge, and also keep learning regarding Linux. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.